Okay, this is a revised demo of the Mad Company Theater app, or the Mad app, for the Google verification team. I'll start by saying that this is the homepage of the application, madcompanytheater.app. This is an authorized domain that I've purchased outside of the standard domain provided by Firebase hosting, and ultimately will be the same as what I configure in the consent screen for OAuth. So that should all be synced up, but this is a homepage. It's important to note, this is a single page application built with React. So there are no specific URLs for the privacy policy, but it is clearly linked here in the place where you sign in. So this is where the new user or any user would land before logging in. And it says, by creating an account, you acknowledge and agree to the Mad app's privacy policy. This is the policy here. So basic introduction to the app, the information that we collect. So basic elements of including your email address and other elements of your Google profile that we use in the app, in addition to other data that the actor provides, including scripts and audio that they record, how we use that information to enable the core functionalities of the app, which I'll show later, who we share the data with, which is essentially just Google, the security measures we take, the rights that the users have to remove information or delete their account, no usage of cookies, and then the fact that I will make intermittent updates to the privacy policy, and I'll notify them via email, and then finally my contact information as the developer. But again, there's no distinct URL for the privacy policy. I'm sure I could create one. If that's helpful, please let me know. But anyway, this is where the user would sign in. So I'll sign in with Google, and I'm taken into the core experience of the app. While this is loading, I'll take a second to explain what the app does. So the app is acts as a scene partner for actors as they prepare for roles. This module that you're in right now, the Memorize module, is the core experience of the app. So in this module, what actors can do is add scenes, create scenes for them to read with and prepare for. They can do this by either typing in their lines, uploading a screenshot of their script, or uploading the script as a PDF. I'll just do type lines as an example. Let's say Google verification demo, add line, hi Google, add as myself, hey Chris, will you please verify me? Not until you prove you aren't crooked. Okay, Google, will do. And then when I submit that, it becomes a scene in my library. We also provide some plays in the public domain out of the box for actors to read with, but I'll show you what the reading experience looks like. So if I select this scene and choose myself, get a preview of the scene, I'll say run it from the top. And then this is the core reading experience. So if I hit the mic, I'll say, hi Google.
Hey Chris.
And then the app is taking in that audio, providing the next line in the scene, and then transcribing audio such that the user knows whether they said the line correctly. So if I said, will you please verify my app?
Not until you prove you aren't crooked.
You can get the basic idea of how this works. Actors can also see that I didn't say that line right. Will you please verify me is what I should have said, but I said, will you please verify my app? So that's the core of the reading experience, um, and how actors actually prepare. Um, I'll show some of the other modules in the application. So in the community page, this is just a place where I post feature updates and allow the users, which are currently my test users, to interact with me, request things, um, interact with each other. Basically just a little bit of a community page for the app. And then the other features, other than you've got a profile here where you can set some details about yourself that you provide, and this is also covered in the privacy policy. You can also delete your account, log out, and then these buttons here. One is just a link out to the nonprofit that the app was incubated within, their donation page. That's one thing. And then this is where I'm using that restricted scope, which is the Gmail API. So this is just a way to get other actors in the app. So I'll demonstrate on myself. If I wanted to invite myself to the app, I would add my Gmail account and say invite. And then I'm using the Firebase extension that allows an email to be triggered every time something's added to a collection. And then if I go to my email, I would see an invite from my account, which is the primary contact on the application, inviting me to make an account on the app. But that's basically it. That's the only way I'm using the restricted scope. So yeah, that's the application overall. I think the consent screen right now is not configured to the settings that ultimately I want to publish with. But I'm happy to log out, and if I clear my browsing data and then fire open a new incognito window, it should require me to actually log in. So yeah, this is where they'd be presented with the consent screen in English. So this is the custom consent screen, and ultimately where the user would log in. And then upon successful authentication, which I'm going to accept on my phone, they're redirected into the app. So that's the demo. I've updated the details of my verification application. I hope they better suit the requirements at this stage, because I'm eager to open up the app to outside users. Okay, thank you very much.